Good evening. Welcome to SouthAsia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Friday, the 21st of November. War on terror waged against wrong country, says former Afghan President Hamid Karzai. People of Gilgit-Baltistan oppose Pakistan's continued rights violations. And Bollywood opens box office weekend with happy ending. And now for all the details. Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai continued with his anti-Pakistan rhetoric. He said finding Al-Qaeda supremo Osama bin Laden in Pakistan proved that the war on terror was waged against the wrong country. Speaking at a seminar in Indian capital New Delhi on Friday, Karzai said US should have gone after the sanctuaries of terrorism and not Afghanistan. He took an apparent dig that the war should have been waged in Pakistan instead. Karzai, who led Afghanistan for 13 years, has always been a vocal critic of neighbor Pakistan. The US-led NATO troops invaded Afghanistan in 2001 after the 9/11 attacks. The mastermind of the deadly strike, bin Laden, was killed on May 2011 in Abbottabad in Pakistan's garrison town of Rawalpindi. Meanwhile, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded the leadership of Hamid Karzai in ensuring a historic transition of power and formation of a national unity government in Afghanistan. The two leaders met to bolster bilateral ties.
India will continue to support the new government of Afghanistan, Prime Minister Modi assured Karzai. He also lauded the former Afghan president for his substantial contribution in strengthening ties between the two countries. Karzai, who is in capital New Delhi, met Modi on Thursday. The former president said the friendship between India and Afghanistan was time-tested. Karzai also appreciated India's contribution in the development and reconstruction of his war-torn nation. India is one of the lead non-military contributors in rebuilding Afghanistan. It has been involved in training Afghan students and establishing a number of key power and infrastructure projects there. The Afghan Parliament building is being constructed with the help of New Delhi. India also donated Afghanistan's largest national flag, which was inaugurated in capital Kabul recently.
The husband of Asia Bibi, a Christian woman on death row in Pakistan for alleged blasphemy, has sought presidential pardon for her. A Pakistani court had recently upheld her conviction.
Asia Bibi's husband Ashiq Masih, in an open letter, has sought the intervention of Pakistan President Mamnoon Hussain to save his wife from the gallows. We are convinced that Asia will only be saved from being hanged if the venerable President Mamnoon Hussain grants her a pardon. No one should be killed for drinking a glass of water, Masih's letter reads. He also confirmed that if pardoned, the family will migrate to France, which has already agreed to provide asylum to them. The 50-year-old mother of 5 landed in trouble after her co-workers accused her of making derogatory remarks about Prophet Muhammad. Bibi, who was arrested in June 2009, was sentenced to death in November 2010. The Lahore High Court had last month upheld her death sentence. The case attracted international attention after the former governor of Pakistan's Punjab province, Salman Taseer, and Shahbaz Bhatti, a Christian minister in the previous government, were killed by extremists for seeking pardon for Bibi. Blasphemy is a sensitive issue in Pakistan and carries the death penalty for insulting Prophet Muhammad or desecrating the Quran. Currently, at least 18 people, including many from the minority communities, are on death row in the country on charges of blasphemy.
Two key commanders of the Qaidat al-Jihad or Al-Qaeda South Asia wing were killed in a recent US drone strike on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border, the militia confirmed on Thursday. Adil Qudus and Abu Khalid Muhammad were killed when a missile struck their vehicle while traveling. This is the biggest strike by the US on the newly established branch of the insurgents. Qudus, a former major in the Pakistan Army, was court-martialed and jailed in 2008 for terror links. Muhammad, a physician, was reportedly running a hospital for the militants. Al-Qaeda Supremo Ayman al-Zawahiri had announced the formation of the dedicated wing in September to undertake terror activities in India, Pakistan, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Increased exploitation and corruption are fueling a sense of denial and deprivation among the residents of Gilgit-Baltistan. In the absence of basic rights, people here are up against the oppressive Pakistani regime.
Successive Pakistani governments have treated Gilgit-Baltistan as a colony, denying it any right of self-governance ever since its annexation more than 6 decades back. The remote region, which has been well kept under an iron curtain, has seen no private entrepreneurs coming to invest here. Lack of infrastructure is another reason which has prevented the growth of industries that generate employment. Very rarely does the administration embark on a recruitment drive, but when it does, a lion's share of the vacancies is cornered by Pakistanis. The spiraling inflation coupled with increasing shortages is also pushing many into greater despair.
पूरा गिलगित बल्तिस्तान इस वक्त माली बहरान से दोचार है, जिसकी असल वजह तो दहशतगर्दी है मुल्क में, जिसकी वजह से माली बहरान पैदा हो गई है। तमाम इदारे इस वक्त माली बहरान से दोचार हैं, जिसकी वजह से बेरोज़गार जो लड़के थे उनको भी जो है अस्पतालों से और दीगर महकमों से निकाला जा रहा है।
Islamabad's budgetary allocation for this area is almost negligible, and whatever little is granted does not percolate downwards. The corrupt nexus of bureaucrats doesn't shy away from openly siphoning off funds allocated for the region for their families.
करप्शन भी पाई जाती है बड़े इदारों में, और अकरवा परवरी है, लूट गसूट है, जिसकी वजह से असल हकदार को हक नहीं मिलता, गरीबों को उस तक जो है ना फ़ायदा नहीं पहुंचता है, जिसकी वजह से जो असल पैसे जहां खर्च करने चाहिए वहां पे खर्च नहीं होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये मुश्किलात दो चार हैं।
Gilgit-Baltistan has been reduced to a playground of Pakistani intelligence agencies and Islamist jihadi forces. To tighten its stranglehold on the disputed region, the Pakistani security apparatus is promoting divisiveness to break the unity of the locals. Frequent killings have forced many to stay indoors. Whatever little economic activity is there in the area is also disrupted.
अब लोग बाहर आकर खुल के कारोबार नहीं कर सकते हैं, पैसा इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं, डर रहे हैं बाज़ार में घूमना, अच्छा कोई शॉपिंग करना, आगे पीछे कोई तामीराती काम नहीं होता है, एक दिन खुल जाता है, दूसरे 10 दिन आगे जो है ना हालात की वजह से दुकानें और कारोबार बंद पड़ता है, जिसकी वजह से ये बहरान दिन ब दिन बढ़ते जा रहा है।
Islamabad might present itself as a champion of Kashmiri people's right to self-determination. It, however, continues to suppress the same in the parts it occupies.
The number of polio cases registered in Pakistan rose to 257 after 4 new cases were confirmed on Thursday. While 3 cases of wild-type 1 polio virus were reported in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 1 came up in the Waziristan region. The latest figures surfaced despite the World Health Organization or WHO recently warning Pakistan of imposing more travel restrictions if the country fails to implement an effective mechanism to control the outbreak of the virus in the coming months. Pakistan has reportedly planned to launch door-to-door immunization campaign in South Waziristan region from next week. All roads are leading to India's beach state of Goa as the tourist hotspot has become host to one of the country's premier film festivals yet again. Take a look at what all is keeping the excitement soaring at the mega event.
It has become a paradise for film buffs who kept converging at the glittering venue of the International Film Festival of India or IFFI even on Friday. The 45th edition of the prestigious event is seeing hundreds of visitors from across the world flocking Goa's northern district of Bambolim in the outskirts of provincial capital Panaji. The IFFI proved its might after it was inaugurated by legendary actors Amitabh Bachchan and Rajnikant on Thursday. Noted cinematographer Slavomir Idziak and Chinese filmmaker Zhang Jianya also graced the opening function. Film personalities including actors Anupam Kher, Raveena Tandon, Manoj Bajpayee and writer Gulzar were present. Lauding the reach of Indian cinema, Bachchan said it goes beyond the limits of just Hindi language.
Indian cinema expands much beyond the confines of the Hindi language popular cinema. We have productions in regional tongues such as Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Punjabi, Bhojpuri, Assamese, Oriya, Bengali, and of course, Konkani. The so-called parallel cinema or the art house cinema has also existed in various languages, prominently through one of our most celebrated film directors, SouthAsia Newsline. Then there's the emerging independent cinema, that is slowly making an impact on English-speaking metropolitan audience.
Superstar Rajinikanth was honoured with the Centenary Award for Indian Film Personality of the Year. The Full House event had several politicos including Information Minister Arun Jaitley and Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar in attendance too. A contingent of Chinese delegates also attended the event. Actor-dancer Shobna put her best foot forward and enthralled cinefans with her performance. China is the focus country for the 11-day-long festival, which will be closed by Jackie Pan's film from Hong Kong, The Grandmaster.
All is well that ends well, and taking cue from the famous saying is this Bollywood release which promises to close its chapters on a happy note. Take a look.
Fame, ladkiyan, paisa, sab kuch to hai mere paas.
What begins well ends well, and if it manages to give cinefans some rib-tickling moments too, half the battle is won. Bollywood's fresh offering this weekend, Happy Ending, which stars Saif Ali Khan, Ileana D'Cruz, Kalki Koechlin and Govinda, surely aims at leaving the audience happy. The cast of the film held a special screening for friends in entertainment capital Mumbai. Actor-producer Saif was flanked by star wife Kareena Kapoor, while his sister Soha Ali Khan arrived with boyfriend and actor Kunal Khemu. Leading ladies Ileana and Kalki also came alongside good friend Nargis Fakhri. Saif and Ileana also took to a promotion at a bookstore later. The duo released a book based on their movie, which included people's experiences of their happy endings. Ileana wished the people liked her movie.
Quite crazy promoting the film, and I think the nerves are really starting to set in now. So a happy ending to this entire journey would be just people loving the movie and enjoying it as much as we've enjoyed making it. It's been a lot of fun.
Chip dal, silver jubilee.
The film revolves around the life of an Indian writer in America who has had a dry spell. His writing skills are put to test when he has to write a Bollywood movie. Saif, who plays a writer in the film, took a dig at donning the role. He said it was easy to get into the character.
It's great. I just grew my hair long. I didn't shave. I stayed home. I wore underwear and loose t-shirts and ate a lot of popcorn and, sort of drank some whiskey and didn't sleep at night.
Writer Yuri, who is caught between finding inspiration and finding love, hasn't penned down anything in the last few years. Arman, a fading movie star desperate to save his stardom, takes to Hollywood to get a Bollywood script written in Hollywood style. He finds the solution to his problems in Yuri, whom he asked to write a film. The film also has Ranveer Shore, Preeti Zinta and Kareena Kapoor doing cameos.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. War on terror waged against wrong country, says former Afghan President Hamid Karzai. People of Gilgit-Baltistan oppose Pakistan's continued rights violations. And Bollywood opens box office weekend with happy ending.